I'm very proud to have a family name, Kala, which means fish. And I even told my husband a long time ago, if we marry, the fish will be there. The fish will not swim away, that has to be. We love to eat fish. Today you will have a lot of fish at the table, it's mostly Baltic herring. First of all, there will be a small bite. So it is the Baltic small mini herring. Then we put it into the around 20 herbs and a little bit of oil. We marinate it like that, and then we can eat it throughout the year. Well, this is now the original one. You see the silhouette of Old Tallinn here, capital from the sea. That is a beautiful silhouette of Old Tallinn, which you see with these very famous church towers, which used to be one of the highest in Europe. What is now very important is black rye bread. It's very dark. You see, it's totally dark. We put a little bit butter on it, and now what I do, now they are marinated, but to avoid all that oil which is around, because it's a little bit oily, but that's how it preserves, because in old times it was put into the big barrels. You know, the sprats were put into the big barrels, marinated or salted or sometimes smoked, and it was a food for the year. Throughout the year we were eating it. Nowadays people don't want so oily, so I put it on a paper. They say that Estonians are one of the longest living nation in one soil in Europe. Well, some say it's almost 10,000 years that we have been living in the same place. At that time had mostly fish, because half of our land has a border with the sea, and the fishermen villages we had scattered all around our border. It was a huge culture. The ones who were a little bit like more wealthy, had money, they afford some pig's pork was always our meat. So they had this big pigs at home, and so the rich men, you know, they had meat, and the poor men had fish. Nowadays, vice versa, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. Now at Christmas is the main time where Estonians eat very much like they used to eat in old times. Yeah. So today we will eat also the same things. The next thing I said, it will be Estonian potato salad. And now comes the custard. Oh. We do, because otherwise it's dry. You see, it's 20%, and this is now Alma company. This is Estonian sour cream, and I tell you, it is the best in the world, the way it tastes. So here I put now smetana, and then I put a little bit of mustard to add intensity and flavor, and then I bought mayonnaise and put a little bit of mayonnaise. To prevent that it gets really old, you don't put custard right away. You put custard just a little bit before you really serve it. Yeah? Let's say that the red currant is my invention. But that's how it's served. Now we have the herring. Traditionally it was the evening meal where the whole family came together. There was a huge bowl of porridge in the middle of the table. The family was sitting around the table. When the father started eating, the rest could eat, and you couldn't have. You were not supposed to talk at the table, yeah, because it was a holy thing. We are now in Vienna, next to Schönbrunn, where Sissi lived and Franz Josef. I went to shop a week ago. I'm a big fish eater as well. I'll buy today a kabelio. I'm looking there to buy a kabelio. And believe me or not, I look at kabelio, Estland. We are the nation who invented Skype. Okay. Skype comes from Estonia. We are so open to the new things, you know. We were the first e-government. We are having e-elections, even local elections are e-elections, everything. I mean, all those things which maybe people are a little bit reluctant to take on. You're always ready for the new thing. You're always ready to do something. And food as well. When we got our first Italian restaurants and Chinese and India to Estonia, oh, we were very happy, because it was like a window to what we haven't been to, you know. So they are very welcome. But the market in Estonia is very small. If you think that we are 1.3 million, then the market is so small. This is very, very Estonian. This is it's called black pudding, but as you see, it is in fact sausage, which is made of blood. That is a must during the Christmas time. You usually have a huge roasted pork, yeah, and then sauerkraut, and then this one. And this one we always ate with cowberry jam. In the end, we will have my cake, which is my grandmother's cake, with a little bit of my, how would I say, adding to it, and I call it Evergülis biscuit cake, but also traditional Estonian biscuits, Estonian traditional sour cream, and dark chocolate on top, which is very good with a herbal liquor of Vana Tallinn, which is very popular in our country. Vana Tallinn, it means Old Tallinn, and Tallinn is the name of our capital. We had around Old Town, we had the wall, because Old Town is a little bit on top of the mountains, and we had the wall around, and this is like now one of the towers. We had more than 30. You see, it had the roof, and it was always round, and then, you know, you had these holes to shoot whoever comes, and we don't want to, yeah. Eesti viin, as we say, Estonian vodka, is a must at our table, but the big difference is that we know nowadays how to drink it. We don't overdo it. I have special Estonian vodka, which is called Viru Valge. Viru used to mean Estonia, especially northern part. For example, the Finnish people virolaiset. The Finnish people still tell us virolaiset or Estonians. So Viru, Valge is white, because vodka is transparent. So we call it's like Estonian or Estonian white. We have in Estonian language suffixes, not prefixes. So tervis, health, X for health. Terviseks.
Terviseks.
Terviseks. Terviseks.